to take you back 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure all of us in the booth want to take you back to this, but it's Ashley at Chicago and your fire. Tell us about it.
Well, when it boomed right there, it was so loud and violent, and I never experienced anything like that before. And the fire, you know, right there in front of me. But all my gear did its job. I could feel the heat, but never got burned. Was able to slow it down and get it stopped, and not too much work for the guys. But you never want to fire, but at least you get that experience. And it wasn't anything like Robert's fire the weekend before, where he lost vision. That's the scariest thing you can have as a driver. At least I was able to, you know, see where I was going and make the right choices. But it was heating up there, and they're pretty good.
And you were somewhat candid, admitted that you screamed when it happened. But when you have something like that happen, then you have to get back in the car.
Yeah, and I was okay getting back. It was just, I think, the sound of it. I'd had fires before, but they were always not as violent as that. So for my first experience, I was kind of surprised I screamed. I didn't know I'd do that, but I was excited to get back in the car. I trust my team. I have a good group of guys, and they kept me safe.
Well, it got our attention because all four wheels were off the ground, as you saw at one point. Mike Dunn said, whoa, I've never seen that.
Well, I didn't know that until I watched ESPN2 later. We didn't let my mom watch that one.
And a fine place to watch one, yeah. And we take you back to the starting line. Here's the big man, the grand champion, John Force. Remember 98?
This was a big-time run here. He was running some speed that weekend like nobody had seen. Over 320 miles per hour, faster than even the top fuel dragsters in that weekend.
So here he is again, John Force and Tony Bartone. Now, they haven't raced each other since this round of this race last year. Interestingly enough, Tony Bartone won that one.
Paul, John Force is the #2 qualifier, doubling his round win total for the year. Things are great in that camp. Maybe not so quick. Talk to Bernie Federley. He says, yes, indeed, this team is turning the corner, but they still have a race car that's giving them a little bit of a fit. And he says the critical part here for John Force will be getting through that shake zone, 60 to 100 feet.
A very important round for John Force. He's got to make things happen now. Oh, and he's in trouble. John Force loses it to Tony Bartone. They both get in trouble. Bartone just a little bit later. Bartone runs the 5:34 at 218. And your dad's in a little more trouble now.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out here with you guys for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go back there either. This was a tough break because John had a big advantage off the starting line over Tony, and then even opened it up more so until he started spinning the tires at the transition. You see Bartone with the cylinder out. You know, even with on 7 cylinders, if your competition spin the tires, you still got a good shot at winning the race. And Tony did, even with a little bit of a fire down at the lights. You see the margin of victory there, about a car length at the stripe.
And that's the way it looked coming down the track. John had it right at first, and then it was all Bartone after that. So the matchups now for the semifinal. With John Force out, will show us Tony Bartone having lane choice over Tony Pedregon. And the other side, well, that's TJ and Jeff Arend. Tommy Johnson Jr. comes out of that fire and goes on to lane choice. Well, we really appreciate the opportunity to have you in the booth, Ashley Force, and we hope this doesn't happen too much. We got a coat meeting like this. We really do.
Yes,
and if you want to hang out, stay away from the old man. Okay.
Okay.
You think he's going to really be upset? We hope that something happens for that guy.
Thank you.
So we have second round complete in Top Fuel and in Funny Car. Just a little final reminder, the car was off the ground.
Thanks,
anything we can do to help you out, make you feel good about yourself. Hey, you survived it, okay?
Got a tan from it.